this is where you start to build. The test was to turn an empty rolling plain into a university, a place for 40,000 people to think and be and do.
We began the building of Irvine in 1962 to provide a quality educational opportunity for thousands of young people.
He had tried to go recruit faculty. He was going to recruit the best.
Scientists and humanists, coaches and administrators have come to Irvine to be a part of a new and not at all ordinary educational endeavor. They have come from everywhere. Two members of the chemistry department, Drs. Casario and Rowland.
What was it like? Well, it was extraordinary. The campus was under construction. Buildings were sprouting out of the ground. There were very, very few faculty.
It really lured me, the fact that it was scheduled to be a full-fledged campus. The number one question, of course, was, can we really pull it off? Can we do our part to make this vision a reality?
On October 4th, 1965, the campus opened. And it was this moonscape campus. And there was no infrastructure for research. You know, we were a bunch of naive young faculty members.
I think you cannot overstate how lucky the School of Physical Science and Chemistry was from its founding members.
Above all, the real challenge was to recruit and attract to Irvine faculty members of the first rank. The resources were there, the vision was there.
Fred Reines was very successful in building physical sciences up into a major contributing establishment. At that time, he had been doing experiments looking for neutrinos coming from the sun. He and Rowland both had kind of a philosophy that wanted to look at things that almost didn't exist.
No other chemist aside of myself and, of course, the chairman of the department, Sherry Rowland. He was the one really responsible for hiring me.
Due to Sherry's foresight, he started the department off by insisting that all faculty members, no matter what their level, had full access to all discussions in the department and complete full voting rights. So we all felt like we were number one citizens of the department because of that. We've maintained that.
It's a huge privilege to serve as a Dean of the School of Physical Sciences. I'm standing on the shoulders of giants and representing a spectacular group of students, faculty, and staff members. Each of our 4 departments, chemistry, earth system science, mathematics, and physics and astronomy, is internationally recognized to be at the forefront of modern scholarship.
UC Irvine set up the first Earth System Science Department in America. A UC Irvine professor-student team won the Nobel Prize for discovering that CFCs destroy the ozone layer. A UC Irvine glaciologist's work led to one of last month's reports showing one of the world's major ice sheets in irreversible retreat. Students and professors are in the field working to predict changing weather patterns, fire seasons, and water tables, working to understand how shifting seasons affect global ecosystems.
Founding the chemistry department set a mark which the rest of us have been very, very eager to watch for a long time, allowing many other people to think about the Earth's place in the cosmos.
I'd like to know how to use mathematics to secure communications over the internet or secure your data if it's on the cloud. One of my current projects is involved with getting mathematicians and computer scientists to talk to each other about cryptography and to solve problems in cryptography.
I grew up studying elliptic curves in an era when nobody ever thought that elliptic curves could be applied, but now you use elliptic curves when you use the internet. One of the important things about certainly doing commercial things on the internet is keeping transactions secret or keeping certain things secret, and mathematics is at the center of that.
I came in the fall of 1971 as the first woman in the department and the first astrophysicist. I've always wanted to know everything about everything. Much of what I've done in recent years has been history, scientometrics, discovering which telescopes are the most productive, trying to understand why different telescopes have been more productive at different eras.
A big chunk of the universe is made of something called dark matter. We don't know what that is. And an even bigger chunk of the universe is something called dark energy, which is even weirder. Figuring out what the dark matter is and why it's that weird is one of these big questions that we're trying to answer. I try to use galaxies in the large-scale structure of the universe to sort of unlock that mystery.
The LHC it's really all about discovery and exploration. We're looking for different kinds of things, new crazy kinds of things. We're looking for patterns. It's just like the periodic table.
We are doing research at the collider at CERN, and so we collide protons together, and we're looking to create new particles and see what kind of particles there are out there in the universe.
The big question in Mexico City was, what was the cause of this pollution? And so our study led to a law that said your LPG cannot contain more than 1% of these baroreactive LPG components, because 5 or 6% of the LPG was causing 50% of the pollution.
What attracted me to UC Irvine in the first place was this sort of undying curiosity that I recognized from the first moments that I arrived, and I wanted to be part of that. And so the thing that makes me run to work every day is the thought that we can use inventions like this mechanical unfolding and refolding of proteins and use it in new ways to access diagnostics, to access proteins that otherwise we couldn't study, that are inaccessible, and then maybe even to potentially find new ways to tackle diseases like cancer.
Thank you for your foresight 50 years ago. It's really turned into an amazing institution, and I think everybody can be proud of it.
I think you've done a fantastic job. It must have been a lot of work to start from nothing and get the university where it is today.
From 30 years with nothing to 2 Nobel Prizes. We did something right, you know.
To the people who founded UCI from nothing, I would say thank you. This is an amazing place to do research, and I wonder if they had any idea what kind of institution they were creating and the crazy ideas that would come out of it.
You know, I'm lucky to come to work every day and get to sort of rub shoulders with the sort of the brilliant people that are both in my department and in the other departments. And so it's you know, certainly something that we want to say thank you for.
Ed Thorpe was one of the founding faculty members in the mathematics department here. When he set up the Thorpe Chair, he put some special rules on how the endowment would be paid out in order to ensure that over time it would grow into one of the largest, if not the largest, endowed chairs in the country.
Ron Stern in particular, I think, has done an incredible amount for my particular field in cosmology. And by being so bold, by hiring so many of us at once, it really allowed something to happen that I think couldn't have happened otherwise.
The examples you've seen in this video is just a small fraction of the transformative teaching, research, and service of the School of Physical Sciences. The work of our faculty, students, and staff members is changing lives and improving the world. Our school is the epitome of the Chancellor's motto, bright past, brilliant future.
Son! Son! Son!